All right. We're going live here in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome everybody to Dr. Reese Live. I am your host, Coach Sean, and alongside with me is the one and only head to toe healer doctor, Dr. Kevin Reese. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. Still working on these books. We just did the audio version of the yellow book, the audio version of the blue book, and just waiting for the purple book to come in so we can do the audio version of that. But the purple book is written. And I just want to put it out there to whoever cares that I think the purple book is very special. I realized it about halfway through,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the purple book is top 3. Medical Monopoly, Peace Over Pain, purple book.
Really?
Yeah, those are the 3 musts right there. It's deep. It's deep. Deep, 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 deep.
Is it going to be it's going to be bigger than the rest of the books?
It's going to be about the same size as Medical Monopoly, I would say. Just about. So it'll take a while to read it in the booth, but no, it's deep, man. We're going after anger. We're going after fear. We're going after grief. We're going after guilt. We're going after healing the body. We're going after healing past traumas. We're going deep. We're going sexual assault. We're going alcoholic fathers. We're going to dark places in order to find light. So the purple book is called the cheat code.
Okay.
So when people are ready for the cheat code, you read the purple book. So,
Wow.
but yeah.
So about 3 books in a month?
Wrote 3 books in 3 months.
Oh.
But Take My Hand is also coming out, but it's transcription. So I technically didn't write it. I spoke it.
You're putting all the video content into a book.
We put a lot of the video content into another book. It's called Take My Hand. The cover has a picture of me with a ball of light in my hand. But all right, you got to catch people's attention. But yeah, so it's 4 books in 3 months, technically.
Wow.
And so now we just got to get the... Linda, that's the cheat code, not the cheat code. Cheat. CHEAT. Cheat code. The reason why I call it the cheat code is because there's a computer in your skull. And that's your onboard computer to your vehicle. So if you learn how to hack it, you have a cheat code. You literally can walk around Earth with a cheat code. And I've never given this... I don't even know why we're talking about this. It's not even out yet. But I've never, taught the public this. It's usually a behind-the-scenes thing, So putting it out to the public, see what happens.
I'm excited.
Yeah. We're also making some changes with postural alignment therapy classes. We're going to be bringing in an advanced instructor that's going to be doing Fridays starting January 31st.
So kind of like an emulation of what's going on in nutrition class?
Yes, kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. And so that's going to be a huge bonus for our members.
We're looking to next Friday or this coming?
This coming Friday will be Sue's last Friday.
Okay.
And then the new instructor is going to come in.
Interesting.
Yeah. And she's the posher version of Ryan. Let's just put it like that.
Pasta bot.
So you got got Ryan on the nutrition, and you got this new person on the posture. I don't want to say her name just yet.
Wow. I'm excited.
Yeah. So, I think the members that have been around for a month or more, I think you guys get the gist that we're always trying to improve and we're always trying to make this better. And we're always looking out and aiming to put out the absolute best health membership in the world. So it's a constant improvement. Yeah.
So, you think this is a good time to get into our topic?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
And then after that, we'll open it up to the members and we'll talk.
Absolutely.
We're trying to give members more time on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Now, the public does kind of look in on this, but it should inspire the public to want to get involved, because I don't know. I don't know anyone else doing anything like this. If you guys do, let me know. Maybe we can learn something from the other people, but I don't think there's anyone doing this.
I haven't seen anything.
Worldwide? People healing worldwide? Who else is doing this? And it's all going to culminate June 7th when we have the seminar, a.k.a. the membership reunion, right? So all you members, put June 7th on your calendar. It's the only in-person thing for the year. I rented an auditorium for you. You're going to walk in. It's going to feel like kindergarten all over again, or elementary school. It's got that type of feeling. And then in 26, let's sell out an arena. I think, that's the goal. Let's sell out an arena.
Absolutely.
I want pyro.
Pyro.
Dr. Kevin Ray!
I don't know why. Just to do it. It's like, you ever pet an elephant?
No.
Would you?
Yeah.
Exactly. See? That's how I feel about pyro.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
If you saw an elephant, you'd pet it, right?
Yeah.
Why not? I know Tamara would definitely pet it.
She's not.
What's a pyro? I don't even know what a pyro is.
Pyro is it's like inside fireworks.
Oh, okay.
Like smoke and pop, 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 pop. No, I want an orchestra.
Really?
Yeah, an orchestra.
What would you have them play?
I don't know. I would write something and have them do it.
Star Wars theme song.
I want the big drum with the big mallets.
Dum, dum,
Boom,
dum,
boom,
dum.
boom, boom. Come out there like Elvis. Jeez.
You come through like a hole in the stage, and like rise up.
Yeah. You gotta be a showman a little bit. I just like to have fun because it's a lot of doom and gloom, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's struggling, so
It won't be live for members that can't attend, right? They're asking
what won't be live?
the event, like streaming.
No. It's just in person. I mean, it'll get recorded and edited for later, but no, there won't be a live stream. Got to make it exclusive.
Absolutely.
All right, what are we talking about?
It folds into the topic, but why does head to toe healing work on all chronic conditions?
Head to toe healing works on all chronic conditions because the body is a whole unit. Everything's connected. If somebody has migraines, the root cause could be up to 6, 7 root causes. So if you want to sit there and try and figure out what the problem is, you can, or you can just do head to toe healing. If you do head to toe healing, you got a better shot of relieving your condition. Not to mention, conditions really aren't real. All right, we deal with symptoms. That's why when we do our head to toe analysis, people walk away with a symptom score. So we count the symptoms. So if somebody has a 23, we want to get them down to a 13. I consider healthy under a 5. If you're under a 5, you're a healthy son of a gun. But most people are not. They got a 17, they got an 18. Some people have a 43, a 50. Some people are a hot mess. So the condition is so irrelevant. And people ask all the time, what do I do about my fibromyalgia? What do I do about my rheumatoid arthritis? What do I do about my degenerative disc disease? And I know it's never going to stop. I'm very aware that we're not going to change disease culture out of the clear blue.
Mm-hmm.
People are still going to ask. Somebody's going to ask tonight. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Somebody's going to ask tonight, what do I do about my this? What do I do about my that? Because it hasn't clicked yet that there are no chronic conditions.
It's a full body issue.
It's a full body issue. It's always a full body issue. Always a full body issue. If there's something wrong with your head, I want to see your feet. If there's something wrong with your feet, I want to see your head and your shoulders and your spine and your hips and your knees and your nutritional profile. And so that's what we're providing here. We're providing a new healthcare system, a practice called Head to Toe Healing. And once you get into the membership, you can do our patented 120 program. And then you can go talk to Ryan about your nutrition and go talk to our posture coaches about your musculoskeletal system. And you can do my mindfulness stuff and, get it all together. Work on the entire body, and the body will then turn around and heal for you. It's like a dog. You want your dog to be loyal? What do?
Take care of it.
Take care of it. My gosh, what an idea. Feed it. Play with it. Throw a freaking frisbee for it. The dog will love you for life. Your body is like a pet. Your body is like your pet. You have to take care of it. And it will love you for life. Even on that last breath.
Well, exactly when you're doing head to toe healing, I feel like most people are caught within the symptom chasing thing. And so how do we get into breaking that condition, that programming? I know most of it is in the medical monopoly, but
yeah, it's in the books. We just got to keep talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just keep talking, keep teaching.
I actually wanted to get some feedback from Karen about this. I know she has something to say.
Karen's always got something.
Karen,
Yes, I have something to say. Um, it seems like everybody these days with the programming that's out there is looking for the quick fix. And people that have been around the block 4 decades, 5 decades, 6 or more, their body's been falling apart for a while. And that's could be one reason why those symptom scores are pretty high sometimes, because their body hasn't been, one, nourished with the right nutrition, two, it has not moved. Motion is lotion for the body. And most people have sedentary occupations, or when they're home, they're sitting in front of the television or watching things on their phone and their hands are down, or their tablet. And the structure is falling apart because of these actions or lack of action. And then with social media and the programming that we see every single day, from be afraid of this, be afraid of that, and the dopamine that's hitting our brains every single day is just destructive. I mean, one second we're looking at something that's sad, the next second it's something that's happy. And the bottom line is, it's not a quick fix. However, head to toe healing can turn things around in a relatively short period of time. When people get into our system and plug into our signature 120 a day program, they get a jump start on nutrition, posture, and mindfulness, and they can really turn themselves around. So I equate it to, like, when you have your car and the check engine light goes on and you take it to the mechanic to get diagnostics. They tell you the key areas that are falling apart and the parts that need to be replaced. When you do a head to toe analysis with us, it's the same thing. So the symptom score is the diagnostics. It tells us what's beginning to fall apart in the body, in addition to your posture evaluation. And that gives a starting point for you to go into membership and start turning your body around. It's truly amazing. I mean, if you're experiencing joint pain or dizziness, asthma, allergies, difficulty sleeping, constipation, diarrhea, all kinds of things, these are indicators your body's falling apart. I mean, if you're in pain, you probably don't want to be in pain, do you? I mean, those are indicators you need us. I mean, that was a little bit, that was a long-winded response to your question. Yes, I had something to say.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful, Karen. Thank you for that.
And if, these people do want to get involved that are home, then just call drreese.com. Take the step. Take the step, make the phone call. We don't charge for the initial phone call. And at some point, you're going to want to order your head to toe analysis so you can find all the root causes and discover all that. And, climb the ladder.
You want to feel better, you got to do better.
Climb the ladder. We don't just let people into the membership just out of the clear blue.
Yeah.
I think people are just frustrated with the system. They don't know where to turn. And I know for myself, when I found you 2 years ago, it was a refreshing change, because I thought I was doing the right thing, but it needed some fine tuning to really make a difference for my body to start feeling better again. I was too young to be falling. I was too young to have my body have aches and pains and arthritis already. And if people, I mean, most people don't want to be a burden on their family. A lot of our audience is in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, and they may be taking care of elderly parents. And their elderly parents are locked in the medical system. And in that system, it's unfortunately each week is usually surrounded by a doctor's appointment and then another doctor's appointment for another medication or potential surgeries or a hip replacement. And what we do allows people to get out of that pattern. So then they're not a burden on their friends or their family members.
That's right. So call drreese.com. Make your appointment. Start the process. Eventually, maybe, you'll be in the members room. Right now, we got 50 people in there. And we certainly have a lot more members than that. And we're live every day. Every day. We have classes every day. You know, it's like a school, essentially. So this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
How did you figure this out, Dr. Reese? How did you put the elements together that for head to toe healing, that it needed those 3 elements, nutrition, posture, and mindfulness?
The macro methods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wrote about this because I was writing the intro to the Green Book, which is coming next. I laugh because I don't know how all these books are happening so fast, but it was an evolutionary thing, you know, that just happened. It was one epiphany after another. It's a long story. It's 8 pages, I believe I wrote the other day, so I wouldn't be able to sum that up right now, I don't think. But it was evolutionary. It was just, you know, some God stuff, I guess you can say. It was just a bunch of stuff, downloads happening, boom, 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 and meeting certain people, and then they send you down this path, and it's a very serendipitous type of thing, you know. So here we are. Here we are. You know, and it all started with Peace Over Pain, the book. So, yeah.
I have
Now, is posture something people could do at home to see if their postures may be needing some love or help?
Yeah, I mean, everyone could just find a wall. I mean, everyone has a wall. I certainly hope. You just get up against that wall, take the back of your feet, your heels, press it against the wall. Next is the butt. Get the butt against the wall, then bring your back against the wall. Don't force anything, and then just be aware how far are your shoulders from that wall, and how far is your head from that wall. And if you do touch your head to the wall, are you now looking up? Because if you go back like this and you're looking up, then you got a problem with your neck. So this is a great way for people to know if their posture is off. And then they can come into the membership and we can work on it. But the wall doesn't lie unless you have a really bad engineer, a really bad blueprint, a really bad architect. But I reckon the wall is supposed to be straight. Supposed to be. So everyone at home can try the wall test real quick.
So we had some questions coming in from our members. I didn't know if you wanted to start getting into that yet.
Sure.
All right.
Or comments.
Well.
Or victories.
Yeah, please. So Sue's had some major accomplishments actually over this last month. Do you check comparative analysis after a year or whenever to see improvements?
Yeah, I would love to. That's something that we're talking with the new advanced posture coach about. and that's something that maybe she can do on Fridays. I don't have the time. I wish I did. But apparently I'm writing books that have color: yellow book, blue book, red book, purple book, a green book. Oh man. So I think that's something that we can incorporate, and then maybe also get some gait patterns going where she can watch you walk. And then of course we have nearly 300 members, so we have to figure out a way to organize it. We'll probably have to create a form that you can fill out, just like we're doing for the nutrition class now with Coach Ryan. It's we're learning the organization of it as we go and figuring it out.
Absolutely. I didn't know, Felicia, you wanted to come on. And then I'll pass the rest of the questions off to Tamara. But I didn't know if you wanted to come on to share, Felicia, if you're able to, if possible.
My sharing.
Oh, I just saw you said I was having a healing breakthrough last weekend.
Oh, okay, yes. So last weekend, I was having, I don't know, I felt like a lot of emotions were coming up, and I was on a really big downer. I was in pain, my body was hurting. And then I started to feel like that old programming coming up, like wanting to give up. Like I just wanted to give up on this because I'm thinking, why isn't this working? And then I realized it was only a month. It's only been a month. So I did some heavy duty talking to myself, and then I just gave myself time to rest and gave myself love. And I did like more posture therapy and more of the mindfulness.
Mm-hmm.
And then today, it's almost like I snapped right out of it. Like today was like night and day. It was. So I think that the great thing about it is allowing you to have those feelings when you feel it.
Yeah.
And not think there's something wrong with you.
Absolutely. It's just sometimes it's the inner child going through some fear, or blame and stuff like this. It's all programming, and I can tell you're on your way because you used the word programming. So you're already leaps and bounds ahead of many, many, many people. And yes, it's only been a month, man. I mean, come on. Yeah,
I feel like it's because it's like when I started this program, I said to myself, this is my last resort. If this isn't going to work, I'm done. Because I can't. I've tried so many things. Right?
What do you want to heal?
Everything.
Give me a few.
My score was 46, super hot mess.
Super hot mess.
So I have, like I probably mentioned it before, I have scoliosis. I have rods in my back.
Right.
And so I think it's been just the vertebrae that don't move much, and then the muscles, like you say. But since I've started doing the posture therapy, I have to say I'm more mentally aware of how I've been compensating.
Right.
And even the fear of hurting myself, the fear of falling, the fear of, I'm letting go of that. I'm just letting it go.
Good.
And I feel like I have more range of motion because of that.
Yeah. Look, all you have to do is not give up. You'll be fine. You're in the right place. Set your expectation more for a year than a month.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. If you don't have any results in a year, quit and send me a nasty letter. Okay. Send me a fit. Send.
It felt like it's been a year.
Send a horse head. Put it in my bed. Send fish in the mail. It's fine. But I guarantee you, It won't happen. You will be fine. There's no way this doesn't work. It's not possible.
I'm reading her comment. You're saying that you want to get down to 5, correct?
I was saying, is it possible if you're 46, is it possible to get down to a 5?
Well, I could tell you this. When Dr. Reese pulled me out of my hole, I was exactly your age, and I was a hot mess, and I'm about down to a 5 or a 6 right now. So.
Oh, I'm more than 46. I'm 58.
No, she's
I
talking.
thought there was 46 on there. Okay.
I'm 46, but thank you. I'll take it.
She was
Okay.
talking. She was talking about your symptom score.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You say you're 46 wanting to get down to your 5. Sorry, I read it wrong. You're age 46.
Yeah.
But yes, it can get down to a 5 for sure.
Absolutely.
Because I changed my eating habits, and I found myself at first feeling worse because I was feeling a lot of bloating and but I'm sleeping better, 100% better. I just can't find a comfortable position, and I think that's what causes my sleep problems. So I found a position last night where I'm just basically leaning up against my pillows, half sitting up, and I slept well.
Yeah. You'll be all right. You just keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you go to the class with Ryan. Make sure you go to the just keep doing your thing. You'll be fine. You can get down to a 5. I'm under a 5. I'm old. I'm 45 and a half years old.
And a half. What are you, 5 years old?
I'm 45 and a half.
No, because my birthday's in July and it's January, so it's
45 and a half.
Whatever.
Yeah. Who does that anymore at your age?
All right. Noted, Tamara.
Okay. Just saying.
I know the topic is probably past, but Ken wanted to join in. Ken, what were you wanting to chime in on? Always happy to hear from you, man.
Sorry, hold on a second.
No problem.
So there we go.
There he is.
There he
What's
is.
up, kids? How are you?
All good.
I might get interrupted here, but yeah, I just wanted to be transparent. I mean, I talked to Sean about this a little bit, and I'm going to kind of keep it a little general because of there's outside world peeking in, so to speak. So I've been doing the program for about 6 months. I've had some amazing results. I went from 36 to 10 symptoms in my first 4 months. And last month has been really tough for me. And I'm not trying to get people to play violin, but a friend of mine committed suicide, which was really, really tough, man. It's a tough one to process. Another friend of mine, I live out Southern California, his whole house and his studio and everything burned down. And it's scary, I mean, it fires like, yeah, you can use mindfulness and stuff, but if there's a fire coming for your place, you got to leave, and it's just, we're vulnerable out here. And I don't focus on that. I've learned that. But as a result, I've definitely fallen back on the postural therapy and I really recently have kicked it back in. And I like what one of the other callers said before, like there's a switch. Like I had a really rough day yesterday, but I walk at night because I don't have time to walk in the morning. And I've been listening to the Golden Key, and I just kept saying out loud, God is with me. I'm a child of God. I'm going to be okay. I'm healing. And I must have said it 1,000 times the last few days, and I just got to keep doing it. And I just want to encourage, everyone there that, that's, to stick with it. And I've got some challenges that I'm dealing with that I know I've just got to work harder on the mindfulness. Been on sleep medication for a long time. It's really brutal, and I want to punch my doctor in the face for not giving me some guidance for that, but it's not his fault. It's not fully his fault. I'm the one I have to take responsibility for. And, when you have thyroid disease, it's tricky, man, and I just have to stay the course. So I'm just grateful for you all. And I'm just grateful that there's so much content. There's more content than you could ever digest, which is really a good thing. So I just want to encourage everyone and encourage myself and encourage you all to keep doing what you're doing. So that's it. Thanks.
Ken, you're doing the right thing. You're working it. Work the program. That's it. Head to toe healing is the program. It is the practice. And life happens.
Thank you.
In my new book that's going to be coming, The Cheat Code, I talk about the good, the bad, and the ugliness of life. And the two examples you just gave are in the category of the ugliness. But part of the cheat code is knowing that there's ugliness.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people struggle with life because they don't understand that there's ugliness. So when ugliness does pop its head up, it's shocking. And so I just try to teach people to accept it all ahead of time so that there's no shock.
That feels like a lot.
It is a lot. But, if you sign up to go play American football, you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
You want to understand that you're going to get hit before you get hit. Because you're going to get hit. You played safety, right? Back in high school?
How do you remember that? Yeah.
How many people did you hit?
A lot.
See? There's good, there's bad, and there's ugly. And the ugly is sometimes really hard to digest. There's suicide, there's serial killers, there's murder, there's shark attacks, there's homes being burnt down, there's stray bullets killing a innocent 2-year-old. There's everything that you can imagine. And that's what we're here to experience. So smile.
Smile.
Just keep smiling. You'll be all right.
Well, with mindfulness, you learn the ability to observe those unfortunate events. You can see them, but they don't carry with you as long as they may have before. And that's a blessing to learn that skill. I mean, it's not that bad things can't happen and you can't grieve, but it's learning how to continue to live.
And not dropping into denial. Next question.
Tamara, do you have any questions?
In the socials or
Anywhere.
someone's asking about
From where?
the root socials.
Okay.
What is the root cause of histamine intolerance?
You know what? We haven't talked to Ryan tonight.
Where is Ryan?
Ryan, take some
He's
questions.
here.
Take some
He's
questions, please. I'm on the beach.
I think I responded to that in the comments too. I
Okay.
said multiple nutrient deficiencies and probably a digestion problem. Probably the digestion problem comes first. There are several nutrients that are known as antihistamines. I don't want you to run out and go and buy them because it's not going to work. Going back to even what we were talking about earlier, head to toe healing encompasses the whole body. Well, even just the nutrition part of it, Dr. Reese, I get the same kind of frustration. People ask, what do I do about this? What do I do about that? And my answer is multiple nutrient deficiencies, most likely, and probably a digestion problem, and probably a history of eating processed foods, and probably a history of being on some kind of pharmaceutical drug, especially if it's a serious problem. And it gets boring. I've answered these questions thousands and thousands of times on my own social media, and I have to warn people sometimes when there's a lot of questions like that in a row. Sorry, guys, the answer gets boring after a while. You need all the nutrients. And if we don't know you personally, you probably need to fix your digestion first and foremost. You've probably had a history of eating processed foods, and even if you eat clean now, you probably still need some restructuring, some refortifying of the guts. I would call it resetting the digestion system. And then you need all the nutrients. You don't pick out just the few that are known as antihistamines. But chances are those ones are deficient, at least one of them, and a bunch of other ones. Because nutrient deficiencies don't just happen one by one. Histamine sensitivity is not going to come out of nowhere from one problem. It's going to be a bunch of problems combined. And I also guarantee that that's not your only problem. That person who's asking that, I guarantee they have other problems as well, which would all connect back into the same phrase. You need head to toe healing. You need a lot of nutrients. You need to reset the gut. You probably need to correct your spine as well. And you probably do need mindfulness as well to work with that. Or you're probably not going to do all the other things that you're going to need to do to reset your body.
Well said. And they could get a head to toe healing or head to toe analysis and find all the root causes and have that aha moment, and just call drreese.com. Make an appointment with us. Just make an appointment with us. We're giving free calls to whoever's serious. So what else you got, Tamara?
A couple of questions now from our members. Mitchell wants to know, for the 120 challenge, are we expected to do something daily?
Well, you should be doing your postural routine daily, for sure, and staying up on your supplements and your diet. So in that way, yeah, it's in the 120 challenge, there's a module that gives you information for the next 7 days, and then there's a new module. So everything is set up every 7 days.
And Felicia's asking, how is it that the doctor says that we are responsible for something that happens? Say our neighbor is taken out in an ambulance. Is it because we somehow brought it into our awareness?
Yeah, I'm loving Felicia. That's Felicia again?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's asking good questions. I love it. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, because every human being operates off of a frequency. So, for example, Sean is sitting 3 feet from me right now. I would guess that's about 3 feet, 4 feet. So our frequencies are touching right now. So anything that's within your 5 senses is your co-creation. Everything that you can touch, see, taste, hear, it's all your co-creation. So if you're you're on a walk and you see a bird on the ground and it's dead, it's part of your creation. You didn't kill the bird, but its carcass is in your 5 senses. So it is your responsibility to clean that programming. If you're serious about this practice. If you're not serious, then you walk past the bird and you don't care. Because generally speaking, you're only programmed to care about your loved ones because we are selfish. Human beings are selfish. We only care about who we're attached to. So, and I don't say that as a bad thing. I say that as it's just programming. You're programmed to be selfish. And when you start working this practice, you start to open up. And that's why I teach people to work with the trees and stuff like that. You start with the trees. The trees are easy to work with. They're not going to run from you. The trees are great to work with. You know? All the trees in my neighborhood, they got names, man. They got names. They, you know, work with the trees. Yeah.
So I had a question. Well, it's more like a comment from Priscilla. Going back to the good, the bad, the ugly topic. She says, I think the ugly catches some people off guard. At least that's what happened in my life years ago. I know I'm still a student to this, but I feel like part of dealing with the ugly and the bad is that acceptance is needed in order to not go into being a victim and blaming people or finding a victim.
If you blame other people, that's anger. If you blame yourself, that's guilt. And if you lose something, that's sadness. So there's 3 major emotions right there. There's the root cause of 3 major emotions right there. Easily cleaned up. You can easily clean those 3 emotions right up if you put in the work. Right? This is all about root causes. Reverse the cause, right? I wrote a whole book about reverse the cause. Yeah, if you can't handle the ugliness of life, then you're going to blame others, blame yourself, or just be sad. You know? Those people in California are going through, or in LA, they're going through a rough time right now.
Yeah.
But they're in shock. There's nothing to be shocked about.
Can I add into that?
Yeah.
A lot of people are blaming certain, like, you know, weather modification and stuff like that. At least from my perspective, you know, I see it on my social media.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, like, they're blaming something. It's just nature's chaos.
Yeah. There's no reason to understand why. You just keep it moving.
Yeah.
There's a question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine, Tamara.
There's just a question for Ryan from Augustina. Ryan, did you say to put all the supplements in the refrigerator and drink rather than leaving it out and sipping it through the day? I'm confused.
On the last nutrition class, there was someone who was drinking it all at once, and I'm always recommending spread it out. Give your body more time to absorb it as a general rule for most supplements, especially if we're taking high doses. And she said she couldn't really do that. She didn't have the ability to do that. And she also said she doesn't have a fridge around her while she does. So I said, just split it up. Split it up into 2 doses then. And yeah, with a couple of our products, we have probiotics in them as well. So if you leave them all day, especially if it's warm, like the woman asking was in South Africa, it's really hot right now. So if it's warm out, the probiotics are going to expire after a while, and it starts to taste a little bit sour. It's not bad for you. It's just you're no longer getting the probiotics, and I personally don't like the taste. So you put it in the fridge and stop that from happening. But it's best to sip them if you can. If there's a limitation, then split up the doses.
Yeah, I usually take 3 sips at a time. It's like gulp, 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 done. Come back another hour, gulp, 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 done. And yeah, I just learned something new. So that's what that taste is. Thanks, Ryan. Damn.
So, okay. We have a couple of comments still going back into the whole mindfulness topic. We had Ken wanted to add blame, shame, control, escape. Those, the big 4 in how people deal with trauma. Blame, shame, control, escape.
Okay.
And you're saying all that's missing is acceptance.
Yeah. There's nothing acceptance can't handle. Zero.
And then Susan is adding, I accept the good, the bad, and the ugly because I know the tide comes in and the tide goes out, period.
Yes.
And when I did the analysis, I knew it would work because short of death, it's all reversible. Has been my life motto. Oh, short of death, it's all reversible. Okay.
I like that.
That's new for me. Short of death.
Yeah, she's saying besides death, it's all reversible. And death is the only thing final.
Interesting.
I would just add to that, there's taxes too. But continue.
That's all we have for the members chat. I don't know if Tamara's on social media. Do you have any questions?
Yes, there's a question. Julie on the social media is wondering why pork consumption isn't talked about in your cookbooks. Should we completely stay away from pork?
I don't think so. I mean, some religious traditions would tell you to, of course. But U.S. pork could be suspect, but so can't U.S. chicken.
Okay. And Karen wants to know about ozonated water. Is it good for her?
Oh, let's pass that to Ryan. We got to give Ryan some reps here.
Yeah, I was kind of speaking with her. That's from the YouTuber. That's from the
Okay, thank you.
Facebook Live. Yeah. Well, she has a sea monster.
Okay.
So obviously you're going to need more than one thing. I actually just completed a really big video. It took me weeks to make about what I would do if I had the sea monster. That's currently in the course, and I do believe it's going to be on your Understanding the Sea Monster blog post very soon. And I actually mentioned ozone in there. Ozone is one of the therapies that I would consider if it were me. But typically ozone therapy properly done in the alternative world, they take your blood out, they ozonate the blood, they put your blood back in. That's the method that I'm aware. Alternative dentists use it as well. When they pull a tooth out or something, they'll clean the area that they pull it so it doesn't get infected. They'll clean it with ozone. But she's talking about drinking ozonated olive oil. And first of all, that remains all the same problems with olive oil, and that it's probably contaminated with cheaper oils. It's probably been sitting in that bottle for months and oxidizing that entire time. And unless it's the absolute top quality stuff, it's probably had solvents used with it and other questionable methods. So we don't recommend olive oil in general unless you've literally watched it be made. Like you say, Dr. Reese, you see it be made and you consume it within 20 minutes. Fantastic. Enjoy yourself. But buying it in a bottle, I don't care whether it has ozone in it or not. We want to stay away from that. But even if it was ozonated water, I just doubt it's going to have much of a therapeutic benefit. Like, I'm not sure who was recommending that because that's not how ozone is typically used for a real, like, a cancer treatment. You know, you're going to need a lot more ozone than that. It's going to need to be IV, as far as I know. Same with peroxide. Peroxide is in the same category. A lot of people think they can just drink peroxide. Well, most of it's going to break down in the stomach immediately. That's why alternative practitioners actually put it in the blood. It's IV.
Right. Yeah. Stomach acid is going to neutralize whatever comes down, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else you got, Tamara?
There's a comment here about maybe Ryan, you can touch a little bit on this. It's about, like cell phone and radiation and maybe EMF.
It's one of his favorite topics.
Yep.
Issues with that?
Issues? Yeah, of course. Radiation is incredibly harmful. We're all harming ourselves right now. Unfortunately. We work online, and it's the thing that worries me the most. Because you can control your nutrition fairly easily. You can control your stress with work. You can control your posture with work. But controlling the EMF is very difficult. So yes, we should distance ourselves from EMF. We should block what we can. We should ground ourselves in our rooms and everything as much as possible. And we should use anti-EMF devices. I will be having a video coming onto my nutrition course in the membership quite soon about that as well. I've made other videos on this, and I've been speaking about this for years, and it's very frustrating, Dr. Reese, that and everyone else here. It's been very frustrating for me that people in the alternative world are largely split into two major camps. And one camp believes in food and or supplements, and they have their disagreements, but that's mostly they're thinking about the physical. And then you've got the energy people on the other side. And there's very little communication between the two. There's very little respect between the two. But I do consider them two parts of the same coin. I consider it part of head to toe healing. And unfortunately, it's very, very, very difficult to convince people to take action on that, largely because they're all addicted. And I say they, I mean we. I mean, I work on it, so I'm like, I have to be addicted to it. I have to spend lots of time on this. But most people are actually just functionally addicted to the internet and to social media, and that's causing them to have a microwave in their hands all the time, sleep next to it. But even if you take away the phones, forget about the phones for a second, walk around your house with an EMF meter, you'll be blown away. Your lamp sitting next to your bed is probably one of the worst things in the house. Simple things that you wouldn't know. The light switches, all the light switches, anything with a dimmer switch.
Oh.
And there's multiple problems to this that I'm not going to be able to rant about for an hour, but I wish I could. There's the electrical magnetic problem. There's the radio frequency problem, which is all your devices giving out signals for Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, always looking for a tower to connect to or something like that. You've got the dirty electricity problem, which is multiple frequencies stacked on top of each other, interfering with us. All three of these problems and more. I mean, it's not just one specific frequency. It's ultra low frequencies, right? ELF, extremely low frequencies. It's all kinds. It's big frequencies, small frequencies. They all disturb us to some level. And it's a problem that's getting worse and worse and worse over the years. And society's not doing anything about it. And there's only a few kind of crazy people like me who really, really take it seriously. And even us, unless you go live in the woods, you're going to have a very, very hard time reversing EMF. So,
Ryan, there are also building biologists now, right? That you can hire that can consult and come to your home and
absolutely.
check that
I have a
out.
friend,
Being
who does
option.
that for a business, and hopefully that's going to become more popular, especially with building companies before they even build houses, because it's a lot cheaper to build this stuff into the house, like incorporate building biology while you're building it, than it is to retrofit it later. It's very expensive to go and, you're basically renovating your house to do that, to implement a lot of these things.
And is it true that the dirty radiation is worse than the EMF?
Possibly.
That's what I was hearing.
Yeah.
I think we should go back to candles and whale blubber.
Blubber.
Didn't know it was whale blubber.
There are solutions for the individual and for society. It's just, again, unfortunately, neither society nor most individuals are willing to do it. A lot more people would rather take the pill. It does take work. And yeah, I mean, it's not easy. Not easy. There is steps we can do. I'm going to do a module on that soon.
Right.
Janet is asking, how often do we change anti-EMF plates on our phone?
Depends on the type. See, my phone's across the room, or I would grab it for you. See, I always keep my phone across the room when I'm not using it because I don't want it anywhere near me. But my phone has about 5 different devices on the back of it, and some of them are probably expired already, I'm sure. The better ones tend to last about 2 years. Some of them are permanent, like a shungite plate. So it depends on what type that you're using, but generally 2 years is what I see being recommended on different products. And I'll say most of them don't work at all. Most of them don't do anything. There's a lot of nonsense in the energy field as well. A lot of stuff that's just total hokum. If you paid $10 for it, it's doing nothing. That's the promise. I have some $200 ones on the phone that are probably doing something, but maybe not anymore because it's been a couple of years.
Yeah. All right, what else you got? You got anything, Sean?
That topic doesn't make people very happy, Dr. Reese.
No, we should do a whole topic on it in the near future. For sure.
I had a nice comment from Linda.
What do we got?
Oh, she's saying that she loves the Golden Key and all Dr. Reese's podcast. I just recently discovered them. Appreciate the pain body, vulnerability, dark night of the soul, the blue antidote, hearing his voice, roomy poems, signs of science getting rich, compassionate love, sacred sex, etc., etc.
Wow.
Such a valuable body of work, amazing teachings and sharings. Thank you. I am binge listening, hunkered down in this freezing weather, taking in more EMFs. Thank you.
Wow. She's in the Dr. Reese rabbit hole real deep right now.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like, what is this person talking about?
Wow.
The blue antelope. That's something that doesn't come up often.
No.
Dark night of the soul. Doesn't come up often.
And
I don't have any questions on my end.
Does anyone talk on YouTube? Anyone on YouTube?
Yeah, a couple comments.
What do we got?
I gotta scroll up for a second.
That looks like a lot.
Oh, a lot of it's Facebook that you're seeing. Right now.
Oh, okay. It's all meshed together. Gotcha.
Yeah. So someone was asking, Cynthia was asking, why do you call disease dis-ease?
To make you relax.
Got a comment from Cody. Met with Karen last week. It was an informative conversation. Still finishing Peace Over Pain and doing the free 7-day posture therapy. Excited to continue.
There you go. Eventually, call drreese.com when you're ready.
Tiger Paw 1129.
Tiger Paw.
That's the username.
Yeah, I got you. It's a good username.
How is mindfulness connected to ego?
Ego is your identity. It's your false identity. So mindfulness is just watching it and understanding it.
False identity?
Yeah.
It's what you perceive.
That just catch your attention or something?
Yeah, like, because
He just popped right up out of his chair.
what is it, though? It's like...
It's who you think you are, which dictates your importance. I usually don't use ego. I don't use the word ego because people don't understand what it is. Like, you know, I just prefer to go with the inner child. It makes more sense.
It's a collection of your beliefs.
Beliefs
essentially.
are usually one of the root causes, sure.
False identity. Wow.
Yeah, it's your identity. It's who you think you are.
So how do you tell the difference between the false and the real identity? Is their next question.
There is no identity.
I knew you were going to say that.
There's only awareness. There's only the watcher. Everything else is programming.
Felicia is asking, is ego the persona we created to survive?
Yeah, I don't know about survive, but it is the persona that you create, yes.
And it's all a part of the inner child? It's tied back to the inner child?
Yeah, it's all programming. All the inner child is just an analogy for your programming so that you can wrap your hands around it and give it a hug.
Wow.
Ego is like what you perceive, you know, of yourself. Like you ever get into a squabble with someone and they're like, who do you think you are?
What would you say?
I would laugh and they'd probably get mad at me.
I don't know.
I am the danger.
But there are survival mechanisms, of course. Selfishness is a survival mechanism.
Yeah.
And so it takes a big effort to dissolve your selfishness. Very, very big effort.
So it is 7:06.
Is it really?
We can just outsource the rest of the meeting to the members and see what's going on with our members.
Yeah, we could do a few more. For the public, though, they should call drreese.com. Get on our phone lines. Talk to Sean. Talk to Karen. Talk to Amber, wherever she is. Eventually, you'll talk to Tamara. But you have to be very special to talk to Tamara.
Yeah.
We have any victories? Anyone want to share some amazing victories? I want to call on people.
Uh-oh.
How about Shayla? Shayla Scott. I see you, Shayla Scott.
Uh-oh.
Monica Reynolds.
Uh-oh.
PJB. Stella. Stella's always on.
Me.
Let's see.
You got anything, Tamara?
Hello from Stella.
Stella.
Hi, Stella.
Hello, hello.
Where are you from, Stella?
I'm from Greece.
Greece. You're there now?
No, I'm in Queens.
Queens.
Astoria, Queens.
Oh, okay. Okay. Greece. Wow. So how long did you live there?
I lived there 10 years and then I came to America.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The whole family moved here.
Okay. Well, I would love to visit Greece. I hear it's a very beautiful place.
Well, of course you should.
The oceans.
You have to have somebody with you though, right?
Mm.
Some Socrates statues. Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. Alexander the Great.
Yep.
Troy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know a little something about Greece.
I don't know any history.
Oh, okay. Santorini, Greece.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, Stella, I appreciate your support. I always see you in the live streams. I always see you in the comments sometimes.
Of course. We have to support you.
You stick up for me when people bash me. You see them bashing me, right?
I'll let them have it.
Well, thank you for popping on, Stella.
It's okay.
So if there's nobody else that wants to hop on, I guess we can conclude this live show. But I think there is somebody. I think they're struggling with the mute button.
It's okay. I
Hello?
struggle with the mute button too. Hello.
We all do.
Wait a minute, now I gotta find the video. Okay. Hello.
Hi, Janet.
Janet.
How are you? I have good news.
Good
Okay.
news.
I've had many improvements over the year and a half, but one thing I was always struggling with was my weight.
I see it.
It was going up and up and up, no matter what I did. And I'm not quite sure which one it was, but I did the hormone reverse, and I did that, and my last test results were normal. It was the first time in years.
Wow.
And then I did the gut protocol, and that's when I started losing inches. I think you noticed on the last set of photos I sent to you.
Yeah.
But the scale wasn't going down, but now the scale went down 13 pounds.
There you
Wow.
go. There you go.
Wow.
And
So,
you're aging in reverse too.
well,
Yeah.
I have to thank Ben Fuchs for that.
Interesting.
That is the one skincare I will never stop using.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
cool. That's good. You see, you just got to be patient and keep chipping away at it.
Exactly. Yeah, but I'm very pleased, and I thank all of you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you. Thank you for sticking around for all these year and a half.
Yeah,
Gee.
hopefully it'll be many years.
Wow. Well, thank you. Very cool.
All right, doctor.
Is that it? Anyone else have anything for me before we leave?
I just want to say you're all wonderful, and thank you for doing what you do for us people out here in the real world.
Thank you.
I'm glad I found.
And I love the lights behind you too. Is it? You still got your Christmas tree up?
Cold outside, so I figured I'd leave them up till the end of the month.
I'll leave it up for the whole year. Why not?
Nobody's coming yet. I'm around my windows, around my door. So,
Very cool. Well, thank you.
thank you.
What was that?
Thank you.
Thank you, Grandma Vicky's. I'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Postural alignment therapy tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Nutrition class Thursday. Postural alignment therapy again Friday. And then Saturday morning. And then Sunday. It just never ends.
My husband's doing vitamin C flush.
Oh, yeah. That's fun.
He's having a party.
Yeah. Tamara does the vitamin C flush for fun.
Well,
Got him.
45 and a half. Came right back.
I'm working with an 83-year-old.
Oh.
Yeah,
Grandma Vicky's your 83, you said?
my husband is.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I thought you were 55.
Oh, thank you. No, my son just turned 55.
Oh, jeez.
What? Wait. What? Whoa.
So, I'm just trying to get people to wake up, like family members, my sister-in-law. But,
Just got to give him this book.
yep, I should. Well, I did give her Peace Over Pain, and she gave it back to me. And she said, I don't think that's for me. I go, it is, but
Well, this is the peace over pain isn't going to wake anyone up.
You gotta scare them first.
Yeah.
share 'em with her. I'll give her that one. I ordered 2 when I did it, so I can share one.
All right.
So that's what I'll do.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to do my 120 here. Get organized after the vitamin C flush, whatever here for him.
Vitamin C flush. Ryan, what are you doing to these people?
Sometimes it's necessary.
Cleaning them out.
Decades of being deficient, you gotta top it up. That's how you top it up quick.
Yeah.
It's also how you know you're topped up. That's what the flush is.
Yeah.
It's very useful procedure.
Get rid of some metals.
It's better out than in.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. I'll say,
What was
We've
that?
had some members here, by the way, since I've been talking about it the last few weeks. Some of the members have taken 200. A couple of them took upwards of 400 and 500 grams to actually get,
whoa.
Wait, what?
which means they have been massively deficient for decades. And they're wondering why nothing else was working. Well, that's why it wasn't working.
Wow.
400
500
grams?
grams. It's incredible. Yeah, it's not the first time I've seen it.
What should it be again? Like, where should you be?
A normal person, if I took 4 grams right now, I would have to leave and run to the bathroom immediately.
Immediately, like within minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
Probably even 2 grams if I drank it quickly.
Okay. I was
And
at about 5.
And you said they took how much?
Some of them took over 200. Some of the worst ones took over 400 and 500.
Jeez.
Wow.
What do they have? Scurvy or something?
They would have definitely had at least subclinical scurvy.
Wow.
That was Mary. 450 grams.
She's one of them, yep.
That's the serving size of the container I use. No, that's not the serving size. That's how much is in the container I use.
Yeah, it's the whole package.
Would someone that has that deficiency have a problem going to the bathroom daily?
Most likely.
Like those people that go once a week would need that high dose.
Most likely, but that'll also definitely clear them out. Like it's foolproof. You take enough, it will eventually fix the constipation, but if there's a food that's causing the constipation, that needs to be fixed. But yeah, vitamin C is one of the main deficiencies that can cause constipation.
Wow.
And a lot of these people, they've been having that pattern for 20 years, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you know what to do. Call Dr. Reese. Get on the vitamin C flush himself. Just flush it all out like a faucet.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're going to take off now. Switch back to Kevin showing the red book.
All right. Call drreese.com. Get on our phone lines. Talk to our people. Talk it through. And we'll see if you make it to the top of the mountain over here in the members room someday.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next Tuesday. I might do a pop-up live for the
Take care, everyone.
public.
Good night.
Take care, everybody.